Today we're looking at some formulas, geometric formulas. Specifically, we're looking at formulas for area and formulas for perimeter. And just as a refresher, the area, of course, is the space inside a shape, and the perimeter is that distance around the outside. So area is always going to be in square units because you're always multiplying to get area. Perimeter, you're really adding stuff up. Even though some of the formulas you use multiplication, you're just adding all the sides together. And so perimeter answers are always just going to be in plain old units. So if it's meters, plain old meters, whereas the area would be meters squared. So let's start with the square here. The formula for the area of a square is the side squared. It's really the same formula as the area of a rectangle, length times width, except in a square, the length and the width are the same. So we just call it S, or a side, and it's S times S, or S squared. The perimeter, you add up all four sides, so it's S plus S plus S plus S, which is the same thing as 4 times S. So you have 4 S's. That's the perimeter of a square. Rectangle is pretty close, area is length times width. The perimeter, we have 2 sides that are the length and 2 sides that are the width. So we have 2 L's plus 2 W's making up the perimeter there. And looking at the triangle, we have area is 1/2 base times height. We've already looked at that in a previous lesson. The base here would be this side down on the bottom, and the height would be this dashed line. And then for the perimeter, it would be just side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Some triangles have all the sides that are the same length, some triangles don't. So you just have to add up all the sides to get the perimeter of a triangle. And one other formula we want you to know is for the perimeter of a parallelogram. And parallelogram is this guy that looks like sort of a squished rectangle. And we have 2 sides that are the same here, sort of like the lengths of a rectangle, except with a parallelogram we call them bases. And then we have 2 other sides that are the same length. So a lot like the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, the perimeter of a parallelogram is 2b plus 2s. Those are the formulas. You should probably write those down, keep them handy. They're going to help you answer the problems in this unit. So let's look at a few problems here. The first one says, what is the formula for the perimeter of a parallelogram? Well, we just talked about that. It is perimeter equals 2b plus 2s. And then it says, what is the perimeter of a parallelogram whose length is 3 inches and width is 8 inches? It's kind of funny they're using length and width here. I assume they mean base and side, so we'll just assume that. In that case, we can plug it right into this formula. Perimeter equals 2 times the base. Well, the base is 3 inches, so 2 times 3 plus 2 times the side, 2 times 8. And that would be 6 plus 2 times 8 is 16. That would equal 22. Now they told us inches, and oops, I'm running off the page here. So it would be 22 plain old inches. Not inches squared, only inches squared if it's an area. Let's look at the next one here. It says, what is the formula for the area of a rectangle? So this is going to be square units when we get to the figuring of it. So area of a rectangle is length times width. What is the area of a rectangle whose length is 15 millimeters and width is 13 millimeters? So area equals length is 15, width is 13. I think if you put that in your calculator, you'll find out it's 195, and the units are going to be millimeters squared, because it's area. All right, last one here. What is the formula for the perimeter of a square? That one, all 4 sides added together, perimeter equals 4s. And what is the perimeter of a square whose sides are 3 centimeters long? That's going to be p equals 4 times the length of the side, which is 3, or 12 centimeters.